Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and a little while ago I mentioned that I was going to do something with some of the stickers from these two sticker books that I have. I know quite a lot of us have these sticker books or the other versions of these books. I think some of the stickers are quite strange, quite weird, but I know a lot of people like them. And I'm not saying I don't like them, but I thought, why not do something with the rather, well, let's call them unusual, the unusual stickers that are in these books. Kind of like this one. Now, this one I think is quite eye-catching, but I don't like when animals have clothes on. There's just something quite creepy about it. So it's kind of stickers that affect me like that I want to use, that I find a little bit odd, a little bit weird, and I'm not keen, but I do think they are quite eye-catching. So I want to start a new book. This is a book I got in a charity shop. £1.50. Now, it was either in the charity shop or the little second-hand bookshop that I go to. Do you know, it might have been in the little second-hand bookshop, but it caught my eye. It's not an old book by any stretch of the imagination. I can tell that it's a new book. It doesn't have a date on it. It's actually foreign. I think it's Spanish. But what caught my eye was this initially, because this is a vellum dust cover, and I thought, oh, I wonder what the inside is like if it's got a vellum dust cover, and it's really quite nice. But the main thing about it is the pages are like watercolour paper, which is really unusual, I think. Now, the other thing about it that I didn't know till I got home is that the pages, for some reason, are joined at the top. Now, I think it must be a mistake, because there are pages, like there is writing, if I could get this one open, there is writing inside. So it's not like, oh, and I couldn't figure it. At first I thought, oh, right, is there something I should be doing to open up the pages? But no, and I think someone has come along at some point and opened up, hasn't done a very good job, has opened up some of the pages at the beginning. But anyway, what I might do is when I get to the ones that are still joined, is I might just glue them together and just make a thick page. I think I might do that. I don't know, but that's a wee while down the road, because there's a few pages to do before we get to the ones that are still joined at the top. Has anyone seen that before or come across that? That is just really weird, isn't it? And it says, you know, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like they're perforated, or they're actually just folded over and bound in like that. It must be a mistake by the people that made the book. Anyway, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to decorate the cover a little bit and do the first two pages. Now, all I'm going to do simply, I'm not going to initially use any inks, paints. I'm just going to do simple, straightforward collages to use up and get me into the swing of this book and how it might evolve as we go further down the road with it. So because it's red, I thought it would be perfect to use one of these journaling cards that I made just the other day, and it just, I thought, as a background, just seems to be pretty perfect. So I'm happy with that. And of course, my whole point of the book is to use one of these, and I thought that was quite cool there. And of course, with it being the front page, I want to put a title on. So I've called it World of Weird. And I'm just going to do that like that, so that everyone knows it's my world of weird. Now, it might not be everyone's world of weird. Like I say, don't get on at me if you think, oh no, these stickers are beautiful, they're not weird at all. Then that's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, I think that's going to be my cover. Really quite straightforward because that's already collaged up. And I think, yes, for sure. So we want to put it just where that white line is and just slightly over the red spine there. So I'm going to use my 3-in-1 for this. I've got my glue stick at the side of me too, but I think because this is the cover and because it's going on what seems to be kind of fabricy, I am going to just use this. I'll just do a little, there we are. Oh, and maybe a little dollop in the middle. There. That's us, and are we straight? We're as straight as it's going to be. Grand. He looks like he's going to a ball. He's all dressed up. I don't know what he is. Is he a peacock? I have no idea. Now, I want to get this right. About there, I think. And I stamped this using my VersaFine and the box of text stamps. I'll show you in a sec once I've got my title down. I'll show you the stamps I used to stamp these. And then I edged the edge. I inked the edge as well. I stamped it on an old book page. There we are. So I inked the edge with walnut stain and I stamped the letters with VersaFine Onyx Black using this old typewriter alphabet stamps. So that's good. There we are. So that just leaves him. And the big decision is, do we want him under or over? Over. Right, we'll just go around the edge of this. And his big beak. And his tail suit. I think he's got a tail suit on. Yes, he's got a tail suit on. Very fancy. So he's standing on that little row of stitches there. So he's got something to stand on, and he's just coming off the page, coming off the cards, which is good. Quite like things to come off a little bit. There we are. Yeah, I'm liking that. Good. So that's the cover. Now, what are we going to put in our first page, which is weird? I'll now show you what we've picked out. A cat with a sling, with his paw in a sling and a bandage over his eye. So he's been in a bit of a scrap. He's looking a bit fierce, although I'm not sure his tongue's hanging. But anyway, there we are. Now, I should have told you that I stick these onto just some scrap paper. I put the sticker on and then I cut round the edge, because some of the stickers have got quite a big border and I'm not keen. So, right, I've got a few bits here chosen. So this, just to layer up, I've got that. I've got a piece of that, which I'm just going to let them stand on that there. I've got this, another piece of similar paper for up that corner. I want them to be kind of hiding behind, as scaredy cats do. They hide behind some mushrooms or some toadstools, whatever they might be called. I'm just going to put this under here. There we are. And I've got 3 more pieces. I've got a little sheet of faux stamps, which I think I'm just going to put in behind there. Need a broom vroom. So the broom is going to go, I think, behind there. And then I thought this was good because it's got a red dial, and why not? And we'll pop that in somewhere there. And I think that's going to be it. I think this needs to come up a little bit. Just play around a little bit so that I can see all my bits. There. Okay, happy with that. So those 2 go on last, and then that, and then that, and we can put that on. So we can just use our Pritt stick for this because it's quite flimsy paper, and it's just paper on paper, so it should be all right. And there's going to be plenty of layers on top of it to keep it secure. So it'll be fine. I think this was just in the middle somewhere. And we can put this piece on next, which just offsets the opposite corner to where our main collage, main image is. Just gives a little bit of something in that top corner. Yep, we'll put this down next. Nearly upside down. Think about there, and yep, that's fine. Now room was underneath. So it's been another sunny day here, which has been lovely. I think a little bit lower, I think. Let me just get and then our 2 focal points. Perfect. Yes, a sunny day. So we went for a nice drive to a place where there is an antique junk, I was going to say a junk journal shop, but it's no, junk stroke antique. Now it's called Junk Shop Antiques, and it's down the borders, near the borders. It's near a place called Peebles, which is a nice little border town. When I say the borders, I mean the border with England, the Scottish border with England. Where did my mushrooms go? There they're there. So we went there. That's about an hour and about an hour and 15. I would say just over an hour's drive, but there was a road closed and it was a big diversion. And in the countryside, once they close a road, the diversion is, takes you miles away. So we were on this diversion for an extra half hour, which wasn't good, but we got there and we had a nice lunch. At this place, there's a nice cafe, tea room kind of place. I had chicken, ham and pineapple sandwich, and Will had a toastie with the same filling and a nice side salad. And yeah, good. Millie had some bread crusts. She gets a crust. Lovely. Well, weirdly lovely. Right, okay, let's do this page. Kind of much the same, except my focal point, again, animals dressed up in another teal suit, but they look a bit lovey-dovey. I don't know, I think they might be hares rather than rabbits because they've got long ears. So this focal point is going to go in this corner this time, to be opposite this corner here. So I have, again, a piece of this paper, which we will put maybe a bit lower for this one so that they've got something to stand on, and it just offsets it a little bit. I also have this part of this photograph. This is a Tim Holtz photograph, which I have torn the plain white piece off, and I reckon this is their house. And I'm just going to put that bit there just to continue on, although that's off another bit. I think it's off the other end, but I'm just going to put it there so that, because then it just looks like you've continued the black bit for them to stand on. So that's them dancing in the field in front of their house. I've got this as well, which I thought might be nice, just to change that heading to black and white. And of course, we have this, which I think will just go there. What? Oh, yes, that'll go there. A big giant mushroom behind them. Right, so that's much easier. Less pieces here. So we'll get this bit down first. So yeah, so we had a nice lunch, and there's a wee garden centre. We had a wee wander around. There's the antique shop. So it's pretty good. I'll show you what I got. It's over here. I got this old printer stamp. It's metal, and it says Scott something. Scott Jones, I think, Limited. I'll need to stamp it out and see. But I thought that was quite cool. It's very old. It's on a bit of wood. It's old. She said it was like companies that used to make their own like letter heading before they could have them printed. Oh, there's wee bits coming off it. And so it's a company, and she said it was Edinburgh. So it's a Scottish company. I don't know how she knows that. But maybe she researched the name. Scott and Jones. No, I don't know. I'll need to stamp it out and see. There's little bits coming off it. So I was quite pleased to getting something. But you know, none of these things are cheap. From these proper kind of antique shops. Anyway, you go that distance and you have to buy something, don't you? Not just your lunch, not just something to eat. You've got to buy something. And oh, yes, and there was a nice gift shop as well. So that was nice. Now, wait a minute, should I be putting my mushroom in behind there before that dries? I'm calling it a mushroom, it'd be a toadstool. Is that about the right place? Nope, over a bit. Now I've got sticky fingers. Do you know what? I don't like this bit here. I'm going to cut this bit off. Oh. That's better. I think this is a sticker. Yes. Yes, another black teal suit. My late dad wore a teal suit to work because he was a restaurant manager in a big fancy hotel, and he wore a teal suit and a waistcoat, and I always remember when I was small I used to think it was funny, cardboard collars. I don't know well how that, I suppose it was to save your shirt, I don't know. He met quite a lot of famous people in this hotel. You can hardly see that mushroom, but that's okay. It's there. It peeks through, sort of follows through from this side. I've got black fingers and sticky fingers, and yeah, he used to meet all the stars that came to Glasgow. Often wish he had kept a autograph book. Anyway, that's that. So, starting an altered book, The World of Weird, and we've got the nice cover and the first 2 pages of weird. So we'll do, I'm not saying we'll do it every week. I think I might glue those 2 together, because that's one of these funny pages that's partly glued. So I think I might glue them together and then start, yeah, because I've got some ready. I've got cut out, maybe for the next time. I mean, a lemon with matchstick legs, and a cucumber with stick legs, and a potato with stick legs. So we might do something with those 3 together. Then I've got this, and I thought she was pretty perfect for a journal because she's a book lady. Her whole body is books, and her arms books, and she's got a book hat. Look at that, look at my finger. I don't know where, I think the black came off that photograph. And then this, a pixie and a fairy, and then some sky stuff. I thought, well, that's not especially weird, but I quite liked it. So I've got some ready. We might use them. I might go through the book again and pick out something else. Oh, here's something. What's he like? And he's saying, do you see what I see? Look, there's a big fish in the sky. I think they're too busy being lovey-dovey. Okay, I'm going to go now. I'm just going to stick this little corner down. There we are. Right, so if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.